Welcome back to the Nap Lab. Today we are reviewing the Casper Cooling Select. This is a 12-inch all-foam mattress design made of polyfoam, memory foam, and support foam in that order. The Cooling Select is available directly from Costco and from the Costco website. In fact, you might even have a store with a fun little demo cube to test out the feel. Not as good as full mattress tests, but a nice option if you're already in the store. The affordable price and Costco refund policy are the big draws for most people. But does it have good cooling, as the name would suggest? And is it the best mattress for $800? Let's jump into the review and find out now. Right now, we're pulling up the performance scorecard that shows the culmination of our objective and data-driven tests. Across our 8 scored categories, performance on the Casper Cooling Select was quite mixed. The good news is that it scores extremely well for motion transfer, with a 9.6 out of 10. From there, it scored well for response time, pressure relief, and company. Then we saw categories like cooling, edge support, and sex dip quite a bit below the others. However, the lowest scoring category belongs to off-gassing with a score of 5.8. Altogether, the Casper Cooling Select earned an overall performance score of 7.85. This puts the mattress within the bottom 13% of all mattresses we've tested to date. For memory foam mattresses specifically, it is within the bottom 14%, so not the best showing here. Regarding firmness, the Casper Cooling Select is available in one option. It has a rating of 6 out of 10, where 10 is the most firm. This gives the mattress a medium firm feel. Next, we're going to talk through what the Casper Cooling Select does best. First, this mattress has outstandingly low levels of motion transfer. If you or your partner are easily disturbed by each other's movements during the night, this is a great option. Second, the price of the mattress is quite low at just $649 for a queen. This is less than half the average mattress price based on the 300 plus mattresses we've tested to date. Third, the Cooling Select is best for those who like more of a floating sensation rather than being enveloped by the mattress. It's minimal sinkage, limited contour, and fairly low bounce, which combines for a specific experience that some will love and others just won't. However, all mattresses are ideal for all sleepers. Let's talk through the important consideration points for the Casper Cooling Select. First, the cooling performance is not great. All foam mattresses tend to struggle with cooling, and despite the name, the Cooling Select is no great exception. Second, the mattress takes a very long time to off-gas. We expect all foam mattresses to be a little longer, but at 15 days, the Cooling Select is considerably worse than the average. Finally, the edge on the Select just doesn't hold its shape, whether lying or sitting. I wouldn't say it is a complete material collapse, but it is far from supportive enough to trust sleeping close to the edge or incorporating it into your dance without pants. Your body weight and sleeping position impact the types of mattress that are best able to support you. Our analysis is designed to help match the correct mattress to the right body types and sleeping positions. Support on the Casper Cooling Select is good. During our test, I felt well supported in all sleeping positions. The mattress is equipped with a 7.5-inch support layer. This is 0.38 inches thinner than the average support layer thickness of 7.88 inches based on all of our tests to date. This is a mattress designed to be well liked by most sleepers. Its minimal to moderate sinkage depth and medium firm feel create the right conditions for good support for most body types and sleeping positions. In addition, we have 4.5 inches of comfort material, which is thicker than the average, creating a sufficient pressure relief such that sleepers can remain comfortable in the same sleeping position. If you are a heavier weighted sleeper, especially over 200 pounds, but definitely over 300, then you likely want to opt for a different and more supportive mattress. We actually have a list of the top 7 best mattresses for sleepers over 300 pounds on our website. However, most other sleepers should find the Cooling Select to be sufficiently supportive. Based on all of my tests to date, an analysis of the materials, and my subjective experiences, I'm confident most sleepers will find support on the Casper Cooling Select is good. Be sure to visit us over at naplab.com/mattress-quiz. There you can submit your needs and preferences, and we'll send you back a personalized recommendation based on your inputs. Next up, we're going to move on to our individual performance tests. At Nap Lab, we test each mattress by analyzing it according to 10 different factors that impact the feel, comfort, and performance. First up, we have our cooling test. To measure cooling, we lie on the mattress for 15 minutes, allowing it to absorb body heat. Then we get off the mattress and take periodic measurements of the surface level temperature. Our tests show how the mattress retains and releases heat and overall cooling performance. Mattresses that breathe better, retain less heat, and sleep cooler are better as they allow sleepers to maintain a comfortable temperature. The Casper Cooling Select has fair cooling. During our test, I felt a slight to moderate level of heat retention around my body. While the mattress didn't reach a level I would describe as hot, it was certainly warm. The mattress seems to struggle to release heat and breathe well. The mattress cover has a cool to the touch feel. While it does feel cool initially, that cooling sensation only lasts a few minutes before it loses the cooling feel. Beyond the cover, we have an all-foam design with 3 inches of memory foam on top. All foam mattresses simply don't breathe as well as hybrid or coil mattresses. In addition, memory foam is typically warmer than polyfoam and latex foam. When we look at the combination of material and design choices, it's easy to see why cooling performance isn't amazing. In our objective temperature test, we measured a max surface level temperature of 91.8 degrees Fahrenheit. This is 2.1 degrees warmer than the average of 89.7 degrees based on all of our tests to date. When we consider the combination of objective data, my subjective experiences, and an analysis of the materials, I'm confident in my view that cooling is fair. For the sinkage test, we lie on the mattress. In addition, we use a 12-pound medicine ball to test pressure point sinkage. Deeper sinkage can cause sleepers to feel overly enveloped by the material layers, while less sinkage can make you feel you're sleeping more on top of the mattress as opposed to in it. Sinkage is a preference factor. Some prefer more, others less. The Casper Cooling Select has minimal sinkage. During our test, we measured a pressure point sinkage depth of 1.91 inches. This is 0.25 inches less sinkage than the average sinkage depth of 2.16 inches based on all of our tests to date. The mattress creates a balanced level of body contouring hug. Despite the fact the mattress uses 3 inches of memory foam on top, it has a lot of pushback and the hug feels far more similar to polyfoam mattresses we've tested. Typically, an all-foam mattress with memory foam on top would have a more dramatic body contouring hug, but that's not what we measured or experienced here. For those sleepers who love a more classic feeling memory foam and the feel of a dramatic body hug, the Casper Cooling Select just isn't going to be a good fit. To test motion transfer, we place one 12-pound medicine ball on one side of the mattress and drop another 12-pound medicine ball on the opposite side. In addition, we use an accelerometer to objectively measure the motion generated by the medicine ball drop. Lower motion transfer is better as it helps sleeping partners avoid disturbing each other during the night. The Casper Cooling Select has a very low level of motion transfer. During our test, we measured a total acceleration range of 5.86 meters per second squared. This is 33% less motion transfer than the average of 8.74 meters per second squared. The all-foam design, in combination with 3 inches of memory foam on top, creates the right material conditions to greatly reduce bounce, which greatly reduces motion transfer. In our motion transfer chart, which visualizes our accelerometer data, we can see the highest motion peaks from 0 to 0.07 seconds. Motion drops significantly thereafter, and by 0.58 seconds, we return to near zero levels of energy. Both motion duration and motion intensity are well restrained. As a result, I don't expect motion transfer will be a problem for most sleepers. To test response time, we placed a 12-pound medicine ball on the mattress. Once it's fully at rest, we then quickly remove it and objectively measure the amount of time it takes for the mattress to recover and resume its original shape. A faster response time is better, as quicker responding material layers better adapt to your changes in movement and prevent any type of a stuck feeling. The Casper Cooling Select is a mixed bag for material responsiveness, with a fast mostly recover response time and a moderate fully recover response time. In our mostly recovered test, we measured a recovery speed of 0.4 seconds, which is 0.02 seconds faster than the average of 0.42 seconds based on all of our tests to date. In our fully recovered responsiveness test, we measured a recovery speed of 1.2 seconds, which is 0.23 seconds slower than the average of 0.97 seconds. The polyfoam and sport foam layers within the mattress return to shape effectively instantly. However, the two 1.5-inch memory foam layers take a moment to recover back to their original shapes after being compressed. As a result, the mattress has a slightly slower than average time to fully recover. For most sleepers, this level of responsiveness should be perfectly satisfactory. However, more sensitive sleepers could find it problematic. To run the bounce test, we drop a 12-pound medicine ball on the mattress. We measure the maximum depth the ball sinks to before rebounding up, as well as the maximum height it achieved on the bounce. Bounce is a preferential factor. Some prefer more, others less. However, more bounce is typically better than less, as it improves ease of movement, aids in response time, and improves sex performance. The Casper Cooling Select has a low level of bounce. During our test, we we measured a total bounce height of 6.66 inches. This is 2.67 inches less bounce than the average of 9.33 inches based on all of our tests to date. All foam mattresses typically create less bounce, as do mattresses with memory foam. Casper Cooling Select has both of those material properties, and as a result, it was no surprise that we measured a below average level of bounce. The lower bounce makes it more difficult to move around the mattress and also significantly impacts sex performance on the mattress. For an assessment of edge support, I lie on and sit on the edge of the mattress to measure the level of support and compression. Less sinkage while sitting and lying directly on the edge of the mattress is better, as it creates a more supportive edge for sleeping, lounging, and amorous activities. The Casper Cooling Select has mediocre sitting edge support and good lying edge support. In our sitting edge support test, we measured a sitting sinkage compression of 6.00 inches. This is 1.94 inches more sitting sinkage than the average of 4.06 inches based on all of our tests to date. While sitting directly on the edge, there is a complete collapse of materials. As a result, there is simply insufficient support to sit comfortably along the edge. In addition, the mattress cover is incredibly slick. So not only is the edge of the mattress unsupportive, it's also slippery and easier to slide off. This effect could make your amorous activities especially dicey. While sitting edge support was incredibly disappointing, lying edge support was better. While lying directly on the edge of the mattress, I felt the support was good in all sleeping positions. Mind you, it's only good, but still far from great. Overall, I'm not happy with the level of edge support on the Casper Cooling Select. It is well below the average level of performance among all mattresses we've tested to date and is among the weakest performing areas for the mattress as a whole. Our sex test uses a weighted formula to assess sex performance. Higher bounce and more supportive edges are the most important factors, with noise, pressure relief, and cooling being lesser weighted inputs. Mattresses with more bounce and better edge support perform better for sex, as do mattresses that don't make as much noise and are more comfortable to lie on. The Casper Cooling Select has mediocre sex performance. On the positive side, noise is minimal and pressure relief is good. However, that's where the positives end. Cooling is fair, but still far from good. The limited cooling performance could mean a hotter amorous activity performance, at least as far as temperature is concerned. That said, the biggest sex performance issues are bounce and edge support. Edge support measured at 6.00 inches while sitting along the edge. This is significantly worse than the average and is a tremendous detriment to those who like to use the edge of the mattress for sex. In addition, bounce measured 6.66 inches. This is 2.67 inches less bounce than the average. The all-foam design that includes 3 inches of memory foam on top notably reduces the level of bounce. As a result, there is less bounce, which means it will be more strenuous and difficult to have sex on. Overall, sex performance is incredibly disappointing. Our pressure relief test is a measure of overall pressure relief performance. We analyze materials, layers, thicknesses, density, and design elements in conjunction with a subjective assessment of our experience while lying on the mattress. Mattresses with better pressure relief are able to create a more comfortable sleeping surface. The Casper Cooling Select has a good level of pressure relief. During our test, I felt no significant level of pressure points building on my body. The mattress is equipped with 4.5 inches of comfort material, including 3 inches of memory foam. Despite the memory foam layers, the mattress creates a more balanced and even type of body contouring hug. This effect is reinforced by the minimal level of sinkage created by the mattress as a whole. The Casper Cooling Select has 0.34 inches more comfort material than the average comfort layer thickness of 4.16 inches based on all of our tests to date. Materials are reasonably good quality, especially at this price point. To be fair, they certainly aren't amazing, but we've definitely seen worse material quality than this. All that to say, I'm not overly concerned with the quality of the foam layers resulting in problems for pressure relief, longevity, or durability. In our pressure mapping test, we measured a max PSI of 1.06. This is well within ideal levels. A PSI of 2.0 is a high pressure point, and the Cooling Select is nowhere near that level. When I considered the objective pressure maps, material thickness, material quality, and my subjective experiences on the mattress, I'm confident most sleepers will find pressure relief to be good. To evaluate off-gassing, we assess the mattress following the initial unboxing, taking a subjective measure of any strong smells. We monitor the mattress over a period of days until the mattress no longer has a strong odor. Mattresses with less strong odor and/or an odor that dissipates more quickly are better. The Casper Cooling Select had a strong smell upon initial unboxing. The mattress smelled for 15 days. This is 8.6 days longer than the average smell duration of 6.4 days. The company score takes a look at the factors that may influence your experience with the mattress. Factors include a length of the trial period, warranty, shipping costs, return costs, trust, and country of origin. The Casper Cooling Select is sold exclusively at Costco and therefore follows Costco's company policies. Convenient for sleepers, the Costco company terms are actually quite a bit friendlier than Casper.com's policies. When purchased at Costco, the mattress is effectively backed by a 365-night trial period due to Costco's generous refund policy. In addition, it has a 10-year warranty covered by Casper. Shipping and returns are both free as well. Notably, you don't even need to get it back into the box if you're going to make a return. If the mattress ends up not working out, just load it up and take it to Costco for a full refund, assuming there are no stains or signs of major damage. So, should you consider buying the Casper Cooling Select? The low price tag certainly makes it attractive, and it has that Costco stamp of approval. However, it doesn't perform well in many of our performance tests, specifically cooling, edge support, and sex. It does have extremely low motion transfer, which makes it great for couples not wanting to disturb each other's sleep. That said, all things considered, I think there are better mattresses at this price range, both in and out of Casper's lineup. In our test, we found that the hybrid version of the Casper Cooling Select to be a significantly better performer. In addition, the Glacier Original, Via Hybrid, Nectar Hybrid, and Silk and Snow Hybrid are all notably stronger performers while being in this price range. Well guys, that wraps it up for this video. I hope you found it helpful. Comments or questions, please drop us those notes down below. If you're interested in buying the Casper, we've got a link in the description. For more from NapLab, be sure to get subscribed, ring that bell, and visit us over at naplab.com. As always, thank you so much for watching.